It says, verse 18, then after 3 years, I went up to Jerusalem to see Peter and remained with him for 15 days. But I saw none of the other apostles except James, the Lord's brother. Now in what I am writing to you, I assure you before God that I am not lying. It means that in those 3 years, Peter had already led the Galatian church astray. Paul was concerned. So he said, I must go up to Jerusalem and see what is going on there. Because I noticed that people here turned away to another gospel. I imagine it was Peter. Let me go up there and see. Yes, this is the order. And then 3 years go by. And Paul was worried. Paul did not have a plane like us. Otherwise he would have arrived in 3 weeks. Look, today's shepherds are just like Peter. So I am like Paul. And they are like Peter. When we say, come on brothers, let's use communications, let's keep reaching out to others, they worry because they think we are false. Besides, they think that I'm preaching another gospel when they promote a different gospel. That is why these terminologies must continue to be emphasized. Don't get tired of hearing it. Go back and repeat it again. Paul said you have to repeat. You have to memorize. You have to have spiritual intelligence to understand the mystery of iniquity. You are not wasting your time here. You are knowing the hidden mysteries of the 2,000-year deception. Look, if the Discovery Channel comes in here and learns all this, they use it for their programs. Because what they talk about are assumptions. But this is evidence, written science, and I have it written down. Then the condition was such at that time. But we better go to chapter 3, verse 1 to 5, so you can see what happened. This congregation was moved. Galatians 3 verse 1 through 5, I'm going to summarize several chapters like this. Then you put them together and make your novel at home. It says, oh foolish Galatians. In another version it says, you stupid Galatians. What happens is that these are revised versions because it's very insulting to call a person stupid, but it said, you stupid Galatians, who has bewitched you, says the original version. Here it says, who has fascinated, which is the same thing, but says it in a more decent way. Instead of saying, who bewitched you? Who fascinated you that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ was clearly portrayed among you as crucified? That is to say, how are you going to be imitating Jesus of Nazareth if he was a Jew and he was already crucified and resurrected? That is clear. You cannot continue teaching the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth. That is not your frame of reference, because he was a Jew. He ate as a Jew. He lived as a Jew. They were Jewish practices. He dressed as a Jew. So when he was resurrected, you can no longer be looking at what was done before the cross, because you fall into the same fanaticism. You have to see him after he was resurrected.